Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. Better than ever. Better than we ever have right here. The Brilliantly Dumb Show. It's just honestly, Mikey, it might just be you and me right now. I have no clue where Joey D is right now.
He did like a text in the digest, I feel like.
Yeah, are you at the point? Does it hit the point of concern yet?
No, because he liked the confirmed text from you, the text that said confirmed. So I would imagine that means he's indeed confirmed.
Yeah. I tell you what else is confirmed. In case you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, you see it on Mikey V's hat. You see it on my hat that says "Have a Day." Where do you get that "Have a Day" hat there, Mikey V?
I said right over www.breezygolf.com. That's www.breezygolf.com.
Guy never misses. Guy never. Does my face look extra? I feel like it looks a little round today. No. You don't think I'm packing on a few LBs? Wow, that is really nice for Breezy Golf right there.
You know what? That's Coral. That's Joey Coral cuts, ladies and gentlemen.
Good Lord.
Joey
and that
Coral
limited
cuts.
Edition Bangarang.
It is limited.
Rufio at it.
Yes.
It's Joey D. Joey D, welcome to the program there, sir. We're happy to see you, pal.
Bob was concerned, Joe. He said he hadn't heard from you.
I was on a call trying to get Bob Does Sports another sponsorship, so it's the 5 minutes.
I mean, what are we
Guy
doing
never stops,
here?
man. He never stops.
I mean, come on.
And you know what they say, money doesn't sleep.
Bob Does Sports or the Brilliantly Dumb Show?
It was Bob Does Sports. I was working with a Canadian company that wants to set up golf trips for us and some real nice destinations there, Doc.
All right. I mean,
but
look,
the Brilliant Dumb Show is on the rise. I tell you what, man, this podcast, man, we missed 1 week and I heard a ton of fucking messages just of people who are not happy. Yeah, it shows me that we're on the right spot. We just have to stay in our lane and it's all going to come to fruition.
There's also a lot more people going inside in McDonald's now rather than the drive-through. Thanks to the fine words from Mikey V. So maybe we do have that effect, and we are growing. And I do just want to take the time out to ask people, because we very rarely do it. Maybe at the end we'll do it, but a real like, comment, subscribe, even just to subscribe to the Brilliantly Dumb Show would go a long way. We're back up on the charts, which is terrific. And by the way, we're going to get our first T-Bone sighting in Chicago, who's been working behind it. Bone is coming to Chicago.
Coming to Chicago.
Yeah.
Mr. Anderson's going to be at the 5-iron free tournament as well.
Yes.
You know, there's so many people that end up coming to this tournament that I forget that people. Now, I didn't forget about Bone, but there are a lot of people that recently have said to me, "See in Chicago, Bob," that I had no idea that was going to be people that I should really know that are going to the tournament. You know, it really is just a whole chaotic thing.
Going to be a hell of a weekend.
It's going to be a terrific weekend. Joey D has his hand up. Joey D.
Is Mikey V still doing the donut challenge? Because
it's a good question that I wanted to pose to Mikey V, because the dialogue for that has gone down. Now, my thing is, I'm afraid. I'm almost a little afraid. I don't want to have him do it on the day of the Breezy, because I want Mikey V to be able to enjoy himself. I don't want him to have to be worrying about the donut challenge the whole way through. But Mikey, that really is up to you, to be honest.
What about the Thursday?
Yeah, but if he does it Thursday, then he's feeling like shit for Friday. You know, I do want to revved up.
I mean, he's got to do it at some point.
Wow. I mean, I look, you gotta take care of your.
What do you do it Sunday night so that the guy can sleep afterward? I mean, no offense, but like, he's got to do it at some point.
Look, I just want to take care of my locker room. It's like he's like on a pitch count right now. You know what I mean?
Like you're trying to ask LeBron when he wants to do a photo shoot. I mean,
that's pretty much what this is like.
Oh my!
Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. If you don't say so yourself, here we go.
Amateur, professional, amateur, competitive eater.
You know what I want to see Mikey do? Honest to God, I was thinking about it the other day when I was watching the UFC matches. I'd kill to watch Mikey V in a UFC cage, man. I would kill to do it. And to be honest with you, another thing that I would do, I wouldn't enjoy it. I would love to do an over-under just to see how long we could last. I've always wanted to do that over-under till we got a tap. You know what I mean?
So we
again, are you going back again to you and Joe against
Mikey,
me?
I'd kill to
at the same time.
If it's the same time, I think me and Joey D take that.
Yeah, I think
the same time. I think me and Joe could knock him out. You think
Knock
so?
me
No.
out? You think you'd knock me out?
Yeah.
Well,
If
maybe
you get
not.
me,
I don't think
I think
so.
we can put him in a
Hold on,
sleeper
hold
hold,
on.
Bob. A
I
sleeper
think
hold.
you might. Yeah, you might be
you
able to
don't
get
think
me
at the two of us coming in at you at the
to
same.
knock me out.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna win the fight, we're gonna win by KO. You would
I
think that.
don't. No, I don't think so. I think
You
you'd
think
win by
I just
submission.
don't think that fight would go the distance.
One
I
of
think
you would go up high, the other would go down low. It'd be very hard to defend that after a while.
this is it. Go ahead, Joey D.
I just want to preface that I fight very dirty, so I would
Oh,
be.
that is-
Well, there has to be some semblance of rules.
You know
per
what
the
would be-
Octagon standards?
You know what
what
you do, Bob? You kick him right under the kneecap, so he kind of buckles.
Jesus, dude, come on, man.
Joe's been thinking about this for some time.
Do you know?
No,
Joe-
I haven't.
By the way, I could see Joe in a 3-round UFC fight, and his face is bloodied. He gets the living shit kicked out of him. It goes into decision, and they hold up the right guy's arms, and Joe just freaks out, grab with blood just splattered all over. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
By the way, I almost made it my cell this week. The UFC judges have never been worse. They have never been
I
worse.
said that a while
Oh,
ago.
wow.
I said
And
that
I know
got a-
Bob's
we
going to
got a
be like,
dear-
oh,
Got a
because
dear friend of the
Dana White-
program here in
Dana
Dana
White
White, so let's
listen to the Billy Dumb Pod. I'm sorry.
No,
He
you
ain't-
never know. Whoa, Mikey.
Listen, I'm a big friend of Dana White. He never doesn't know who I am. Big fan of him.
You
That
could
being
have
said-
you could have been a big friend on him, but you didn't come to the slap box, which was very,
was
very
wild,
upsetting
man.
because that's
Yeah.
so unlike Joey D. For Joey D to say no to
to Dana White. Yeah,
by Dana White, that's not
he
my
big
Joey D.
big time Dana White. If you really think about it,
we
he
had been
big-timed him.
traveling like crazy, man.
You big
That
time.
It
ain't
was
my
not-
Joey D, man.
It was
That ain't my
nonstop
Joey D.
travel.
Huh?
International too, because I was in Vancouver. It was an international flight.
By the way, it's a move for me to make. I would make that move by now. Like when I
Yeah,
didn't go to
definitely.
Tahoe. That's something I would do. But not you, Joe. That's not you.
You big league Josh and all and everybody else in that
no,
tournament.
No. I didn't personally big league Josh. Josh did not personally invite me.
Josh FaceTime. He said, FaceTime Bob. Tell him I'm upset that he was too big time to come.
Well, that doesn't mean that I big leagued
It's a
him.
bad look. Could
I
be
big leagued
why he
Corona.
looks so bad, and it could be why he
Whoa,
looks bad in week one.
Whoa! We
It
will
could be.
not
It
take
could be
shots
why.
at
No.
1
And I
second
tell you what,
today,
big
man.
bounce back, big bounce back for him yesterday.
Huge bounce
bounce back.
But
Wait, I
come
can't
at
say-
1-3.
So wait a minute, I can't say he had a bad game week one. That's
No.
You
But
compared
here's
him
what
to
bothered me.
Cutler.
Here's what bothered me.
Well,
That's
that
what bothered me.
performance week one was Cutler-esque.
No, that's where I draw the line. Mikey V, Josh Allen, by the way, a dear friend of the pod. Mikey V goes on Twitter after week one, just like the
I
rest
said
of
it was a
the
Cutler-esque
bronies did.
performance.
No, he said it. Is Josh Allen turning into Jay Cutler?
Morphing.
the
I believe I
tweet.
said morphing.
Oh,
I believe I
morphing,
said
whatever.
Well, that's even
Sorry.
worse.
I think morphing is more of a comedic, kind of undertone to it, where people know I'm not dead serious. But
Mikey, in your field, you should be honest. You should.
I
But
have to.
At some point, we got to protect our guy.
And I am. I just said he had a huge bounce back week. By the way,
Okay.
I was on the Bills first half over 13.5 points. I loved them at home against the Raiders, and he was right on schedule, and it's good to see him bounce back. And now he's got to roll a little bit because, the Bengals look very, very down right now. The
Yeah.
Chiefs don't look like the Chiefs right now. So, the AFC, and with Rodgers out for the Jets, the AFC is a little bit more wide open than we thought, although the Dolphins look very, very good.
Dolphins are good. People
Dolphins
sleep
look
on
very,
people
very
sleep
good.
on the Ravens. I know they're not great in their.
Oh, I don't. I picked them to win the AFC.
Ravens
you?
look great.
Yes, they're my
yesterday. We had the
sleeper pick.
Ravens. It was one of the easiest picks of the day.
Yeah. Now, Joe, in regards to Mikey V's picks, because right now Mikey V's only subs is red hot. He really is. He can't miss right now. I think the problem that Joey D has, which I do understand, Mikey, and it's not the sexy play. Is that how you eat an olive, Joe?
Huh?
Is that how you eat an olive? That was insanity. You're treating it like a sunflower seed. What with Mikey V's plays is he tends to do the first quarters and first halves.
I only did one first quarter yesterday.
But,
I had
but
two
that
fir-
tends
two
to be
first
your
half
main
plays,
play,
two
which,
first
by
half
the
plays.
way, I think is okay. But I do think it's a little frustrating for Joey D, who wants a full game. Why don't you tell
I
him?
like the look.
I gave
the Bucks. You took the
I gave-
Bucks, and that was a great pick.
and I gave Miami over 2.5 team total touchdowns. That didn't hit until the fourth quarter.
The way
The problem
ahead.
is the problem is we can't hit some of these bets.
Well, and I mean that's the real problem is how California still doesn't have it, and how when you go to Florida still doesn't have it. Is just it's beyond me.
We need DraftKings. We need DraftKings.
Yes,
we need
the legislation there to change. And you would think that California and Florida are so politically polar opposite of states in terms of their gubernatorial control. You would think legislation.
What was that word?
Gubernatorial.
That's a real word.
Yeah, that's a real word. Look it up.
No, I believe you.
Yeah. So, but my thing is like, you would think that one of them certainly would have it and the other one wouldn't, because they're total opposites. So I would have thought one, but I don't know. California would be the state I thought would have it because, New York, New Jersey, traditionally very, very blue states, right? California, a very blue state and not getting political at all, but you would think totally California would have it. I don't know why they don't. It boggles my mind.
The more I think about it, gambling on games and stuff, and like lately I've been taking a lot of games that Joe's had and stuff like that. I'm really, the way I draw it up, I'm not doing it to make money because it is so rare for the people to make money. I do believe there's guys out there like you, Mikey V, who can go over 50%. And if you really, really play it smart, but more times than not, everybody's going to end up losing. And that's just
action.
The fact.
Listen, you want action on the games. And here's the thing, like, if you're someone with a steady financial income, and this will be my gambling responsibility spiel. If you're someone with a steady financial income, you have your money budgeted out appropriately to pay your bills, take care of your family, do what you got to do. If you're sitting at home, you work hard, and you want to bet on a Saturday night football game, you're not betting. Listen, we're not talking about guys who are betting a dime a game. And you want to throw $100, you want to throw $50, even $20, $15. It's just to have a stake. You just want a stake in the action because it just makes it that much more entertaining.
Yeah, like if the Titans are playing the Colts.
Right. Nobody is anybody interested in Saints Carolina tonight? Very few people are interested in that game, but if you put some action on it, you're going to watch the game.
That being said, do you think sometimes that these games are rigged?
No.
Well, the Rams finish was
bizarre. I said that to Bob. It was outrageous.
The Rams finish was bizarre. Now here's the thing.
Their home fans,
but it's really not though.
It is, Bob, and I'm going to tell you why. If there was 10 seconds left on that clock, if there's 10 seconds and they kick the field goal, understood, you need the field goal anyway. But when 4 seconds, there's no way there's going to be another play. So take a knee. Or just bomb it into the end zone.
Bomb it in the end zone.
But
the field goal was a bizarre play.
I see what you're saying.
Talk about a horrible way to finish a game in front of your home fans. Dude.
But it's not as crazy as people say, because if there was an extra 2 seconds on that clock, the play is to kick the field goal there.
Well, that's what I just said though, but there wasn't.
There was 4 seconds.
But maybe but all I'm saying is it's not that insane to where if you go for the touchdown, you're guaranteeing that you can't. If you kick a field goal, maybe you could try a shot of having 1 second left. It's probably not going to happen.
Even then, what are you going to do? You're going to kick an onside kick. You can't get a touchdown.
But even if
that's the whole thing.
I'm just saying it's not as, I see why people are upset. It's not as crazy as people think. Because if there's even another second, if there's 5 seconds, you have a shot at having an onside kick.
McVay's never had smaller balls in his life.
He's got a great.
Yeah, he does, but he's got no balls.
We're on to testicular atrophy, ladies and gentlemen.
Why would you not at least heave one into the end zone? You're at home in front of your own fans.
All I'm saying is I understand
the only scenario where that game
even if there's
extended.
5 seconds, if there's 5 seconds on the clock,
Bob.
There was 4 seconds. So even if there's 5, you have a shot.
There's 4 seconds. There's no shot. The game's over.
It's the normal play to kick the field goal.
Here's what could have happened. The only thing I think that if they got a roughing the kicker penalty, and the field goal was good, they could keep the field goal and enforce the penalty on the kickoff, and then they could have. But I mean, the chances of that happening, and then Joe's right too.
0.001.
The onside kick. It's not like you can have the onside kick and then run a play. You have to somehow kick the onside kick, recover it, and advance it for a touchdown. Which I
It's
mean,
over.
that's
I'm
insane.
You
not-
should take a knee like a gentleman and end the game. You're dead.
Talking to you, by the way, talking to a guy. If Joe had that bet the other way, you think he's here saying that right now?
He would have
Come
loved
on.
it. He would have loved
But-
it.
but
He'd be
I'm
calling
not-
McVay
I'm-
the genius of all geniuses.
Oh,
It
I'm not.
was a push, anyways. It was a
I'm-
7.
I'm not saying that.
I heard it was 7.5. But that's
I was
all.
surprised too that they
Oh,
kicked the
no.
field goal. All I'm saying is it's not as crazy as people are making it out to be. That's all I'm saying. If they were down 17 and they did it, maybe.
You know how many bad finishes to games there were yesterday? The Giants were down 3 touchdowns. They come back. All of a sudden, anybody and their mother who has the Giants -5 thinks, oh my God, it could go to overtime. I could still win this. And they wasted the clock. And I don't blame them for doing it, but it's just a terrible way to end the game. They ran the clock out, kicked the field goal, game is over.
Yeah.
Patriots are losing the whole game. They had a chance to go down and score a touchdown at the end of the game.
Let's
Crazy lateral.
let's head on into right now. Let's go into our buy or sell. I think it's buy or sell time. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of the Brilliant Dumb Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com. Whether you are in a funk in your life, you need somebody to talk to, somebody to help you get back on track, BetterHelp.com is the place to go. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/BDS today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/BDS for 10% off your first month. Go over to betterhelp.com, get everything back on track, and do it the right way. Talk to somebody today. betterhelp.com. What's coming hot? Fellas, Joey D, why don't you start us buy or sell?
I actually, in the first time ever, have a 2-1 if I'm allowed to do that.
A 2-1 special. All right. What do we got
A
here?
2 sell for 1.
Wait.
Wait, are they related?
Yes.
I know.
Okay.
He's gonna bang YouTube TV. He's gonna bang YouTube TV.
No,
You know what?
I'm saving
You know
that on
what?
the back end.
I gotta interject 1 second. This week was my first experience with the YouTube TV, but I had it on a TV, not a device.
That's what we did.
I gotta tell you,
It was great.
It was spectacular to the point
loved it too.
where there was no delay.
There
was no delay because I'm watching my tweets live on the phone and I'm watching real time the play
Did it bounce
happening
back
as
week?
the tweets are coming out.
I sold YouTube TV last week. I'm buying it this week.
They had a bounce
It
back.
was-
They had a Josh Allen week.
They
had a Josh
had their week 2, man, was they got the quad box with the
quad
red
box is
zone in there.
Unfucking believable.
Quad box with the red zone on the top left.
The
Yeah.
red zone
with
in
3
the
games.
quad box.
I didn't even
was
see that.
spectacular.
I didn't even see the red zone option for the other
Oh
box.
my
I just
God.
quad boxed
It
the whole
is.
game.
You know, the only problem though that ticket did mention, and it's true, and I thought it was because it was a local broadcast, but it's not. Not every game you can get in the quad box, and I don't know why. Even games that they're
There's
streaming.
local broadcasting, Bob. You don't get it.
But that's what I said to Ticket, but Ticket swears that's not the case.
I don't know. All I know
No.
is I scrolled through and they gave you pretty much every combination where you want to watch the game and what
Yeah.
quadrant. It was
Yeah.
fucking
It,
a tip of the cap to YouTube TV.
I agree.
I'm sorry, and I know you.
Hey, we're big
but
YouTube guys.
I was impressed. I was
By the way-
impressed. Maybe somebody at YouTube's got their eyes on Brilliantly Dumb Show.
Wow.
I know this is going to sound crazy. I bet you this video for this podcast does well because YouTube will put us in the algorithm. I think they're that smart. And I'm that
That'd be
neurotic
nice.
about it that I bet you this goes into the algorithm and does better than our other episode. You can't.
Well, I mean,
upset
we
the
just named
algorithm.
the episode "YouTube Steps Up." That should be
Yeah.
the name of the YouTube Steps Up.
I like that. I like that a lot. By the way, I gotta call Ticket out. I have to.
Go ahead.
I think his titles have been very lackadaisical. I think his titles have been really lackadaisical, and I've been meaning to say something to him, and I know he's going to be watching, so I might as well say now. I think
He
the
is
titles
gonna clap back.
but
Yeah,
have
he
they
is.
not been a little lackadaisical?
I mean, I have no comment. When Ticket gets angry at me, he's very
I know,
difficult. He's very difficult to deal with.
Turning into the Jet. He's turning into the Jet.
Well, you guys work these guys to the bone, Bob. I mean, these guys. Ticket in that picture you put up looked like he hadn't slept in 4 days.
Well, but that's on him. That's he's living a very good Ticket. By the way, Ticket lives a good life. Ticket lives.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm not saying he doesn't.
And he's a machine now. He's a fucking machine. He's like Jet, where he's an assassin. He's
Ticket is also becoming a star.
And a star, and you don't fuck with Ticket. He's turning into that fuck you mentality, which I kind of like. But
Yeah, I like that.
He's been lacking on the titles, and I meant to say something to him. Last week it was football is back. No shit, it's back. It's week 1. You got it. Know what I mean? I saw it. I was like, Jesus, Tig, you gotta give us.
Bob was not happy with that. He was not happy with it.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know he's gonna call me when he goes to
Maybe he's using one of those like AI generator apps where he's like, what should we name this week's episode? And the AI generator just pops up with a suggestion for it.
All right. So going back to the buy and sell, I have a 2-for-1 special. It's not YouTube TV.
Usually got to pay extra for that, but not here. Not on the Brilliantly Dumb Show podcast.
We're going to give you 2 for the price
Free
of
of
1
charge.
right here. Yeah.
Okay.
No sponsorship included, but that's neither here nor there.
Never is here.
I tell you what, I think I got mush on the ropes, though. I think I got mush on the ropes.
You have
Bobby.
mush on the ropes?
Mush is very, there a lot of interaction between me and
All
Mush.
right.
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
If they make golf bags, I'll give you my address.
I don't get my
They
Joe,
make overnight oats, Joe.
Joe, I don't get that.
Bob, how can you not get it from the biggie
Joe,
bag?
I got to be honest. I think the mush would be a good addition to the DeMar fridge because you're a guy who's constantly on the go. And when you're constantly on the go, there's only one place you want to go, and that's to mush.
Bob, how did you not get that joke?
I didn't get it.
It's a reference to us getting the biggie bag from Wendy's. I said if
okay. All right. Yeah.
Oh, now just when you have to explain a joke, it's dead.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
dead in the
I
water.
know.
That's for sure.
Yeah, there's no chance for that thing being resurrected. All right, buy and sell. I'm selling right now, and I'm selling
2-for-1 sale.
It's a 2-for-1 sale.
I say
Buy one,
I
get
am
one free.
selling college football teams rushing the field. I'm over it. It's way overplayed. These fucking fans now will rush the field for a second week game. Colorado's my second sell. Colorado, this team thinks that they are the fucking God's gift to
Colorado.
The Buffaloes think that they are God's gift to NCAA football. They barely beat. They should have been embarrassed. They barely beat a no-name, almost Division II CSU Colorado State football team that is
It's an
not good
established
at all.
program, Joe.
Oh, they're terrible.
They're not a blue chip program, but they're
They were
established.
favored by almost 24 points.
That they were.
They held on for dear life.
They did.
Barely won, and the fans are rushing the field afterwards like they just got like in the final playoff for the Natty title. It's outrageous. They're going to get stomped on by Oregon. They're going to get stomped on by USC. They'll probably get stomped on by Washington State. These fans are enjoying the moment way too early, rushing the field like they just won their 15th game. It's outrageous. It's overplayed. The security should barricade the field so that these people can't run on. Deion almost got tackled getting out of there.
I'm going to say, I hope Coach Prime doesn't get a hold of this clip.
I hope he does.
We'll be yesterday's news for sure.
It's outrageous. By the way, Colorado, man, they're coming out with The Rock, with who is it, Quavo or Offset or whatever the hell his name is, with Lil Wayne. It's a whole show. It's a whole production. It's never been even about the football
He's
anymore.
trying to get, he's a
making more money.
mastermind.
He's making all this money. He's not giving it back to the program.
Oh,
I'm
Joe,
going in, man.
I'm gonna tell you this. Okay. I agree, Mike. I'm curious your thoughts. I agree with the storming the field. I do. I do think that
I do agree with the. I agree
that's a good
100%
take.
with the storming of the field. That's a
yeah.
very
Sometimes
good
they
Very good
storm
take.
when there's no need to storm. So I actually do agree with that. Just know with the hype around Colorado, you are gonna get some hate coming into you.
I already get hate. You know what? I'm always going to tell it how it is.
Colorado.
You don't think that Colorado is overhyped right now. They are not that good of a football team, man. They barely beat Colorado State. Bo Nix is going to spank that ass. He is going to dismantle this team next week. I'm telling you right now, I'm not a huge college football guy.
By the way,
I would take the -17 to the moon.
I don't disagree that they're going to lose several games this year. They're going to lose.
Easily.
I looked at their schedule. I had them pegged for 5
exposed.
losses. I think they lose 5 games. I think they lose to
exposed
Utah.
on defense.
They're going to lose to Utah, UCLA, Oregon, USC, and then I had them one
Washington
more game.
State too.
I think,
did they? No. Washington. Did they play regular?
It's either Washington or Washington.
If they play Washington, that was the 5th game because Michael Penix is a fucking animal.
He's unbelievable.
But listen, there's one guy you don't go after right now because he's just too red hot, and that's Coach Prime. And listen, I'm not saying that I agree with everything he does, but at the same time, like, he's just a guy who's just on a different level right now, and he's doing all that shit, bringing people out because he knows what he's doing. He's creating a recruitment machine. That's what he wants to do.
He's going to
be there 1 or 2 years. He'll be gone.
I agree. He'll go to a major program, major
thing
program.
I guess if his son goes to the NFL, but you would think he would stay there because he's got his 2 sons there. So at least he'd have a couple years.
You think Deion is made for Colorado? This guy
could listen to Cuts say Colorado all day.
He's going to be in Florida. He's going to be in Miami somewhere.
Florida. I think University of Florida would make a lot of sense for him.
You know what? 100%. I think I told Joe this. Do you know what the over/under for Colorado was for total wins for the year?
6.5.
3.5.
Oh God.
Seth, my dad knows the deli guy at Publix, and they talk about their bets together. He showed him a ticket at Publix for over on 3.5 for Colorado, and
so what are they at? 3 now or 4? 3,
they're
right?
at three wins now.
3, yeah.
I
mean, they're going to fly. They're going to fly over.
Pretty crazy. But I will say, it's amazing what Deion Sanders is doing, and the recruits that he's now going to bring in, and what it's kind of turned into. With that being said, what Joe said about storming the field is spot on. They storm the field for anything.
It's every second game now. It's outrageous.
I agree with that.
You used to storm the field when you won the last game, or if it was Michigan against Ohio State. Okay, fair enough. But you don't storm the field. Colorado versus Colorado State, 3rd game in the season.
We got to do a Colorado counter for that.
Colorado.
I say Colorado. It's not
Colorado. That's another one.
All right.
I don't. But
let's go into
Buffaloes.
I'm just going to charge my laptop.
Oh no!
What? No. What's wrong with going to just plug my laptop?
We're in the middle of a podcast, Bob.
I mean, come. I'm here.
Imagine you're on Joe Rogan right now. You say, "I gotta go plug in my podcast, my laptop."
That's the problem. We should be acting like we're on Rogan.
Imagine he was on Zoom with Joe Rogan. You think he'd have to step away to
plug
in the laptop?
Joe Rogan would never be on Zoom, and he would have 10 sponsors that he could have talked about that I would have had time to step away. On this program, we're lucky we can't even get a goddamn thing right now. It's disgusting.
We're working on it.
Got to keep the lights on in here, man.
I have a bye this week, by the way.
Wow.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
I'm going to
plug in my laptop and I'm listening.
Yeah, I got to be honest. Holly made these for me yesterday. It's a game time snack, and I don't think they get a lot of respect. And I think in a lot of ways, actually, they get a lot of unwarranted disrespect because I think people have this idea of what they are in their head. And they think that if you eat these, you are less of a man than if you didn't eat these. And I'm not saying that their counterpart is not superior. So I want to preface this by making it very clear for all the pretzel makers out there that I am not saying its partner is not superior, because it is. But I will say this, the boneless buffalo wing, okay? The boneless buffalo wing may be the most underrated game time snack that there is, because it really is when you're hungry and you're not in the mood and listen, you guys are like me. When we're watching football, man, you're checking your fantasy lineup. You're checking your wagers. You're on the phone texting group chats left and right.
Yes.
You need your fingers available and able at all times. And with regular wings, man, like if you eat regular wings, you're taking a timeout. You're taking halftime. You need a premeditated break to eat a regular buffalo wing meal during a game. The boneless wings, Holly gave me a bowl of these things she made them in the air fryer yesterday with the buffalo sauce, and she drizzled the blue cheese dressing over them. And I was just sitting out there with a fork, and it really was just so easy. It was so great. And I think they get a lot of heat because, again, the traditionalist who says, you got to eat the real wings. And I don't disagree that real wings are superior. I'm not disagreeing with that. But I think the most underrated, convenient, delicious snack with the least amount of work and mess is the boneless buffalo wing. I'm big buying the boneless buffalo wing this week, Bob.
When he describes it, it's tough to agree with. I mean, at first, it's like it is so much better to have a bone. It's tough to disagree with because you do need your fingers. Football Sunday, like it's an ordeal to
remote. You need the remote control. The phone. By the way,
it's easier to get all the meat. You get all the meat, but I do feel it's more tender having it from that bone.
There's no question. There's no question about that. There's no question. But a good boneless buffalo wing is still pretty fucking good. If done,
remove the bones.
I think she did blue cheese over mine. Blue cheese like dressing. She just put over it. It was delicious. It's fucking great.
Jet one time did a rant about blue cheese people on how they refuse to listen to anybody else's opinion, and he said I
like ranch.
He said blue cheese people in general are just very close-minded people.
Oh my god! Sounds like Jet's a blue cheese guy.
He's a rancher. He's a rancher.
Yeah, it's just so ridiculous. Did you see me talk about those crab wontons, the crab rangoons?
Yeah, you love those.
You love those.
I really do, but it really is true that it's like an origami to where like I don't know the proper way. I don't know the proper way to eat it. Like, what would you say, Joe? You're an etiquette guy.
I mean, if you have the surface area to pop one of those bad boys in the mouth, I think you go the whole thing in.
But then it's gonna you thought Captain Punch destroys your
roof of your mouth.
Oh,
what's another roof of the mouth destroyer? A club sandwich. You ever have a club sandwich? That really fucking destroys the roof of your mouth. That toast really gets you.
What's
delicious.
What's
matzo
another
ball
one?
Is a roof destroyer.
What is it?
Matzo ball is a roof destroyer. You have the matzo ball soup.
If it's too hot,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's soft.
But
the club sandwich is like the club sandwich is so thick that when you bite it, you're exposing the entire roof is getting exposed. It's got no protection because you're just going right in. And then when you close down, you're just fucking. It's literally like a paint scraper on the roof.
I know it's a tough thing. Brutal. By the way, Joe said that probably the softest food on planet Earth for the mile destroyer. He said the softest food.
Roof destroyer, as it's hot, it burns the roof of your mouth.
When it's hot, but it will. Those crab rangoons, bro. You put a full thing in there, forget it.
Yeah, that's a dangerous play because it retains so much heat until that shell's cracked.
Yeah.
You almost have to eat it with a fork and knife.
Yeah, or you just got to attack each prong, like each little.
Yeah, that's
is that what you do? You're a prong guy.
Split it up, but like then the cheese gets. The cheese kind of gets everywhere, and
Bob hates Bob loves anything with cream cheese.
Yeah,
anything. If you ever take him to a sushi restaurant, if there's a Philadelphia roll on there, he will spot that puppy a mile away. He'll be like,
what kind of roll?
Philadelphia roll.
Oh, okay.
That's the one with the cream cheese.
Yeah.
He'll be like, Joey D. You'll be like, Joey D. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a Philadelphia roll on there. You might want to give that a look. That looks interesting to me. I'm
Bob, was it you that recommended the cream cheese bacon bagel or the cream cheese Taylor ham bagel? What was it?
Yeah. He said,
what was it?
Oh,
what is it?
It's the bacon, egg, and cheese with scallion cream cheese on a bagel. Bro.
Yeah, you know what? Mike Cougs ordered that at the bagel place we went to the other Sunday. He's like, I'm gonna give this a try since Bob said that it was all right. He takes one bite of it, bro. He looks at me, he goes, I don't see what the big fucking deal is.
Damn, really? Did he really?
And then he went to the bathroom.
No, that's his brother. That's his brother. That's his brother.
Oh,
No, do you know what it does though? My issue with the bagels, if I get a bacon, egg, and cheese, right? That bacon, egg, and cheese, and I know it's the same way for you, Mikey. That's not enough. It's not. So you could order two.
It has to be though. It has to be. You know what I do? I load up on the liquids because if I don't, it is not enough. So I get 3 beverages.
Yeah, but you don't want to have to do that. Like you don't want to have to. You should be able to.
What are the
enjoy
beverages
meal.
you're getting? Coffee, orange juice,
orange juice, cold Yoo-hoo.
Oh, Yoo-hoo.
The
That
chocolate
is,
milk.
I respect the fuck out of Yoo-hoo, but that is crazy. Hold on, I thought you were going to say.
I thought you were going to say coffee, water, and orange juice.
Coffee, orange juice, and I tell you what, sometimes it's 4 beverages. If I'm hungover, the standard is the bagel sandwich, a coffee, yellow Gatorade, Yoo-hoo, orange juice.
Are you serious?
But the liquids do make up for like the extra sandwich. Like I don't eat that extra sandwich because I have the liquids.
Car wash going on in your mouth, like a fucking.
Well, they have to be drank in the correct order. Like you gotta go with the orange juice last. That has to be drank last because if you do the OJ before the coffee and the milk will be ruined.
So what do you drink first?
A chug the Gatorade right out of the gate. Gatorade gets chugged right out of the chute. That's not leaving any kind of aftertaste.
Yellow Gatorade's great.
Coffee and Yoo-hoo kind of go together. Chocolate milk and coffee, like they could be mixed. I mean, you could put chocolate milk in coffee if you really want to talk about it.
Has someone done that before?
No, but I tell you what, it ain't a bad fucking idea.
That's not a bad idea at all.
Cougs didn't like it.
No, he didn't like it.
Well, maybe
it's no. Wait.
problem.
It's not that he didn't like it. He just was like, I don't see what the big fucking. That's the way he said it. It was just so fun. It was just so fun.
But what it does for me is if I have a bacon, egg, and cheese, that's not enough. If I have,
I agree.
If not, but what it does is it does work together, and then I am full. After one of those, I'm good. I could still eat more, but I'm good. I'm in a much better place than if I just got the bacon, egg, and cheese. I get the cream cheese with it. You know, if I get a bacon, egg, and cheese, I'm always upset that I didn't get the cream cheese because I love cream cheese. You know.
Yeah. So you're saying that the cream cheese is more filling than the traditional bacon, egg, and cheese?
Yes, that's what he's saying. It adds
right, you add cream cheese on there, and then you're in a much better spot.
So bacon, egg, and cheese plus cream cheese, not bacon, egg. Eliminate regular cheese, add cream cheese.
No, he wants cheese in there too.
Okay.
No, bacon, egg, and cheese. Keep it all the same, and then
double cheese.
Add the scallion cream cheese. Yeah, but cream cheese isn't really cheese. If you catch my drift.
I mean, I catch your drift, but that's
like I know it is cheese, but it's not.
I could see how that does fill you then, because that's a whole nother bagel almost.
That's what I'm saying.
The whole element.
That Cougs thing bothers me.
Yeah, I knew it would. That's why
it's really upsetting. I mean,
we could talk about it.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate him trying it.
He did try it. Hats off.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And he did listen to the episode.
And
he's a writer.
But I think he might have got it from the Instagram. You know,
no, he listens. He listens in the roller every day at work. You know, every Tuesday at work.
Me and Joe were talking about it that like there's something where if you get a Bob the Sports supporter, that's great. And I love it. We'll take it any way we can get it. But something about when somebody says to you, I'm a big fan of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. Yeah. There's like that extra bit of, you know what I mean? It's just like,
well, Bob the Sports is such a monster, you know, a monster following at this point. When somebody references some obscure thing that was said on an episode of the Brilliantly Dumb Show like last year, that really gets my juices flowing.
Yeah,
I've actually read comments in the Bob the Sports like YouTube comment section where people said, I discovered Bob the Sports and then that led me to Brilliantly Dumb Show, which I actually like more.
Yeah.
I've read that before.
I'm curious to see, and I'd be curious to see the people's comments is like, there's guests that we can roll on, but to be honest with you, like Ryan Clark was amazing.
He was so good.
Yeah. And look, I mean, the people know better. I enjoy our banter so much all together that I almost think our fans prefer us just talking.
We've had a lot of opportunities to do a lot of shows with a lot of people that people would know very well. And we've come to unanimous decision that it's just not that it wouldn't work. It's just we think that that people enjoy this a little bit more.
I do too. Yeah, you agree with that, right, Mikey?
Yeah, for the most part, I do think like there's once in a while you get somebody an opportunity like with Clark. I thought that was a good decision with him.
Plus, too, I think we got to be so selective that they are with us and catch our drift. And like Ryan Clark was right with us beat for
He was
beat.
with us step for step, stride
Yeah.
for stride.
He
Except
was-
the ice cream take was fucking horrendous, but
It was, and we let him know.
We've already crossed that bridge.
Yeah. All right, boys. Well, I think we could go ahead and we can get into our top.
What was
5.
your buy?
I bought YouTube.
Bought YouTube TV after he sold it last
Yeah.
week.
First time in first
That's
time
the
in the
first
show's
time ever
history.
that's happened. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
By
Yes.
far the first
Hey, you know
time
what?
that's-
It's a bounce back. That's a bounce back.
I'm all about accountability. And if I'm wrong, I will say that I'm wrong. And YouTube TV, did they just not have the quad box the first
You know
time?
who bounced back too, Bob? They did have it, but we were doing it on the computer. We had just Red Zone on the TV.
You're right. You're exactly right. Yep.
And you can't do that on the computer. You have to do it on your television.
Who were you going to say bounce back?
Scott Hansen bounced back in a big way.
Joe, I mean, Mikey, if like watching the games with Joe, and I think it's the most hysterical thing, if like there is an update that Red Zone was a little bit late to, he blames Scott Hansen. Like it's so clearly the production team that shows him what to talk
Look
about.
at how deep he is in that jar of olives.
There's only
man.
one olive left.
Yo, he is fucking deep in there, knuckles deep in a jar of olives.
I haven't eaten all day. I'm starving.
Why haven't you
Mikey.
eaten all day? What are you on a diet?
No, it's a fast.
Are you looking to deflate a little bit for Chicago? Is that what's going on?
No, but
That's
I
fair
probably
if so.
could.
Okay.
You know, my scale was out of batteries for the last like 2 weeks. And
Are
I
you
finally-
Are you deflating Mikey as well?
No.
No, I'm just being mindful. I'll be mindful for the next couple of days.
Well, you're gonna do the donut challenge, so maybe he's.
Joey D wants that donut challenge.
He
and-
really does. He really does. He
You
wants to be in the
can't tell
most. he
people you're
wants to
gonna
be in the
do
most
something and then not do
No,
it.
no, and I agree with that. I do
Yeah.
agree with that.
I would
Sounds like
never.
you're gonna
I
just-
would never make.
Here's
you
the
do
thing: is
something-
I like Bob had said, I'm just trying to find the right time to do it. Thursday, like
Yeah,
I'm going
that's
to do
the
it at
perfect
5
time.
iron. Is it, Joe? It's going to ruin my entire night. Like
It's at the end of the night. It's at 8:30 at night, 9 o'clock.
so. You want me to take in like all that sugar right before we have an early morning Friday?
You know what?
Very
You're
early
gonna sleep like
morning.
a baby. You're gonna sleep like a
Mikey.
newborn baby.
Mikey, what about
A
Saturday
newborn-
at the
a
draft
newborn.
party? Did you say you'll sleep like a newborn?
You want me to eat the donuts in front of the DraftKings executives, Bob? You think that'll be a positive thing?
I mean, they knew what they were getting with us. I mean, it's very on brand.
Maybe
you
we
know?
can bring the clown show right to
if
them.
if they're willing to do some special kind of prop over under time sheet and put it out on the app, perhaps
Imagine
I,
you see
perhaps
Mikey
I
V's
would.
face on a DraftKings app.
Yeah,
The over under.
Just in case the relationship goes south, have Mush online too.
yes.
Have Mush. Have Mush. This is interesting about Mush, though, man. I mean, by the way,
Oh, Bob.
I checked to see if we got that form that Mikey had sent us.
I
to
sent
fill
you the
out.
form.
I never got no
I
Mush.
sent you the form.
That form was mush.
So
There's
persistent
I never got
on this.
one.
There's a
Never
form.
sent the
There was a
fucking
form.
form.
All right,
There's
I got to look through my
form.
sent email, and when I find it, I'm gonna. So you're
Yeah.
sure that you've looked?
It might have
'Cause
gone to
when
my
I find
spam. It might have gone to my spam.
Sounds like
Okay.
something that would. I mean,
I don't think it
form-
would
a
because
mush
I sent
form.
it. I'm not going to spam. I'm not getting spammed. But whatever.
I mean, we'll definitely look into.
I'll figure
that.
it out. But let me tell you something. Mush is. I think Mush. Well, you know, we're chipping away and compiling.
Okay.
Mush.
All right. I like it a lot. If not, I might just do the fake sponsor like I did with Windex.
No.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if we just start rattling off fake sponsors.
I agree.
You know, I think we
It'd
each
be
do.
kind of sad.
You know what I
I'd
would
like
do?
to think that we don't have to, do
Angie's
self
List.
sponsorships anymore.
I would do Foxwoods. Take the
Oh,
chance, make it happen.
You love
Top
that jingle.
book, fingers snapping. All right, fellas, let's go into our top 5. This is a Joey D top 5 here. Joey D, what do you got for us?
Today's top 5 is top 5 midnight snacks. Now, I want to preface this because I don't know what you guys did, but it can't be like leftover dinner foods. Like you can't say pizza or you can't say
Whoa. Why can't it be pizza? Why
because
can't it
pizza's
not
a
be
meal. Pizza's
no,
a
man,
meal.
I had leftover pizza as one of my highest fucking things on my midnight snack.
Are we gonna allow? Okay,
Because
I would allow
here's the thing.
pizza.
Here's the thing. I
Man,
picture it this way: you order the pizza for dinner, right? Now you're drinking, you're hanging out, you're having a night. You're in the cave, and you say to yourself,
then
you know
we-
what, man,
I don't like
I
it.
could really go for a snack. You
I
don't
agree
like
with
the
you, but
pizza?
I agree
don't.
with you.
I
But
like
where
where
do
he
you
was
draw the
going with
line?
the
Where do you
first.
draw the line?
To me,
then you could say pasta, or you could say leftover meatballs, or you could say,
I agree with that.
It
To
opens
me,
the door a little bit too
pizza
much.
is a it's a
Okay,
course.
so-
It's
okay.
it's not a
All right.
snack.
I
You know
gotta
what
go
I mean?
last. I gotta go last then.
You'll go
I
last.
gotta
You'll go
fine.
last.
You got
But
Francis.
I'm just saying, I thought about pizza because I think it's a great one. But then it just starts opening the door, like that one meatball that was left over last night. What
agree.
happens to that?
I agree. The
I
board,
think you keep it as
the board
snacking
denies
items.
it. I see what you're saying,
Okay.
Mikey, but the board denies it.
Okay, that's fine.
Joey D, do
You want me
tell-
to start off?
No, it's your top 5, so you get to pick.
I think Bob starts us off here. I'll go second, then we lead off with Mikey V on in the last spot.
Okay, I just want to confirm that I could do 2 different types of cookies.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're specific about which cooking.
Yes.
I mean, I already know you're going to throw one out now because you said that. So.
Um,
No, I mean, that's fine.
At number 5, I'm gonna go with which is kind of new for me, and I love them. I think they're spectacular. Give me frozen grapes at 5. Frozen grapes,
Wow.
yeah. I just got more. I frozen grapes are light years away from a regular grape. It's really unbelievable. Frozen grapes at 5. Number 4, you could go ahead and you could actually go ahead and lock me in for the sliced turkey. Like sliced turkey, like deli type meat, and you dip it into
Yeah, I
mayonnaise.
don't have any issue with that at all.
Yeah, what I'm
I don't know
thinking,
about dipping it into mayonnaise, but
sure, throw some mustard on there. What I'm thinking of when I wake, when I'm up at 12 o'clock and I'm hungry, walking down to the fridge, get the sliced turkey at 4. Number 3, I'm gonna go with chocolate chip cookies. Anytime I could get my hands on chocolate chip cookies, I think is a no-brainer. Number 2, it's just such a holy grail snack. When I think snack, I think chips and Dorito. I just think it's just a holy grail snack. So I got Doritos at 2. And then number 1, it's just like always something you have late night and you could just snag them and snag them and snag them. Oreos, I think for number 1. And if I don't go myself, I love my list. I really do.
He loves the list, folks. He really does. I have no issues with that at all. Mikey V.
No, I mean, the turkey to me was a bizarre play, but that's fine. To me, it was a bizarre play.
No, I appreciate the honesty.
Yes, you're welcome.
Joey D, who do you pick next?
I'm going next because Mikey V, we said we'll let him go last because he had to make the last minute adjustment. I'm going to start this off at number 5, Bob. I like the turkey play. I have cold cuts. I like salami or prosciutto, like a piece of prosciutto or turkey if you have it. I don't know if I have to be specific about it. You put turkey. I think you could just loop it into cold cuts. I think like any kind of deli meat that you have in there, throw it in the, because it kind of adds more than just like you're craving a snack. It actually satisfies the hunger too. So give me cold cuts at 5. At number 4, I'm going to go with trail mix. I was back and forth on nuts or whatnot. Trail mix, I think it's a great snack anytime, but especially a little saltiness at the end of the night. Give me a little trail mix at number 4. Number 3, I'm going to go with Doritos. I love the play, Bob. I was going to go chips, but I think, I'm happy to go more specific. Doritos is, to me, the king of chips. Whether it's Cool Ranch or the zesty nacho cheese or any of them, they're all great. At number 2, I'm going Oreos. I love the Oreo play. I think it's great. You know what the game changer was? Perez's wife puts the Oreos in the freezer.
Frozen Oreos are iconic.
Oh my God. It's unbelievable. I never had that before.
And I have that on mine.
I was shoveling these things in
best.
by
They're the
it was
best.
unbelievable.
You
It's a
got
game
more
changer.
room. You got more room for frozen Oreos than you do traditional. You do.
Oh
Yeah.
dude, I couldn't
You
get
do.
enough.
You do. I don't know why that is, but it's true.
No,
I think because
I am
it's a
having
numbing
more-
sensation. I don't know.
I have more and more of appreciation for that freezer now with some of the things you could throw in the freezer. She does do that. It's spectacular.
I have 3 freezer items, but
And then at number 1, I think this is the go to midnight snacks. You feel naughty doing this at midnight. You really do. You feel naughty. You feel like
Naughty.
ice cream. Man, ice cream at midnight is to me Unbeatable. You get a bowl of it, or sometimes I'll just take the tub, Mikey V, and I'll go.
Hey, listen.
Sometimes
I
you add
just,
a little
I
caramel
gotta just,
drizzle.
so somebody sees that number.
Oh,
So somebody sees
wow.
that number one before somebody says,
Ice
"Oh, he
cream
waited for
is
Joe,"
the
but that's
king
my number.
of midnight snacks.
100%.
Convince me
100%.
otherwise.
100%.
Oh,
The fact
especially in the summer.
the fact ice cream did not make Bob's list is an automatic DQ for me on my.
He loved his list, though. He loved his list.
I'd love it more with ice cream on it.
Mikey V,
I'm sure you
especially
would.
too.
Yeah,
You know what,
fuck.
Mikey V, when it's a hot summer night too, ice cream's even better because it cools you down.
Yeah.
Oh, ice cream number one. It was always ice cream, man.
Yep.
That's my list.
Yeah, I fuck. I wish the ice cream thing. I don't take back my turkey comment. I think the frozen grapes, I guess, wouldn't have
But
got
to
the
have
nod.
turkey on your list and not ice cream it's almost sacrilegious.
Yeah.
Gotta
have
tough look for the young man.
All right, number 5, chips and dip. Chips and dip, any kind of chips and dip combo, whether it's Tostitos and salsa or something with spinach artichoke, chips and dip.
Yeah.
5, frozen Reese's. 4,
Whoa.
frozen Reese's. Stick the Reese's cups in the freezer and fuck
I'd
with
never
them.
tried that.
Number 3, I'm not going to say frozen Oreos because Joe said it as like a thing, so I'm just going to keep, but I do have a pairing though, Oreos and milk. If the milk doesn't play with the pairing of the Oreos, that's fine. We could just stick with Oreos, but Oreos and milk, if you haven't really done the Oreo dunk into the milk, it really is the most spectacular dunk into the milk. I think better than chocolate chip cookies and milk personally. Peanut M&M's number 2 for me because I'm just a peanut M&M diehard. I'll live and die on that sword every day. And then number 1, I told you, is ice cream. Ice cream is the only answer for one in this. The fact Bob did not even. I'm flabbergasted by that.
Me too. Me too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I missed it. I missed the mark there. I really did. And Joe's right. If you have ice cream like after dinner, it's not like that naughty feeling when you go to the freezer at like 11:30 and you
turn on like an episode of Seinfeld or something. You
Here's
sit on
the thing
couch in
too.
your
If you,
PJs.
I don't know if you guys are
Naughty
like me,
thing.
but if it's a pint of ice cream, like not the quart, but if it's the pint, that sucker's going down in one sitting. Like there's no way that's getting returned to the freezer with like a little bit. Like there's no shot. It's going all of
Tell
it.
you what I'm doing, man. I'm getting a big old thing of Haagen-Dazs tonight.
Are you tonight?
I am.
The week of the
Haagen-Dazs.
breezy?
By the way, the official sponsor of the Brilliantly Dumb Show, Brilliantly Dumb Show, Haagen-Dazs. Sip it, slurp it, scoop it. Haagen-Dazs. You can't go wrong when you go Haagen-Dazs. Joey D, do a fake sponsor before we leave here tonight, and we will do our honorable mention.
Charmin.
Commit to it. Commit.
Can I say the sponsorship?
Oh, commit.
before you
I'm
tell
saying
me?
commit.
The Brilliant Dumb Show is presented to you by Charmin. When you want your ass to be wiped with the most luxurious and the most comforting toilet paper, use Charmin. Charmin all day, all night, all night long.
Mikey V, let's hear your sponsor.
Brilliantly Dumb Show is proudly brought to you by Modelo. Modelo.
Oh,
Be different, think different, drink different, be special. Modelo Especial. Modelo.
you know, Bobby, you ever see the commercials where they like highlight like Michelle Nunez was like, they do the thing. Michael Villani just wants it more. Getting up every morning at 5 a.m.
Before the Brilliantly Dumb Show, Joseph DeMar was cutting hair in the streets of Vancouver. Look at him now. Modelo, your official sponsor of the
When Michael Villani steps into the cave, he's not stepping into any cave. Honorable mention, quick ones, boys. I'm doing ice cream. I can go fuck myself. Damn.
You know what though?
I'd go chocolate for my.
He may get resurrected because now ice cream is going to be in his graphic. You know what I'm saying?
And
so the people may be like, if they don't listen and they only see it, perhaps he'll get some leeway. But the fact turkey's above ice cream is a problem. I'll go with a candy. I'll go with a candy. You could give me you know what, a Sour Patch Kid or a sour gummy of some sort. I like that play, like a gummy candy of some sort. But give me the Sour Patch Kid for argument's sake.
I'll go Reese's chocolates.
Yeah, peanut butter chocolate at night.
Fair enough. Fellas, just a terrific, wild, chaotic episode of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. And remember, we just want to thank our sponsors, Jiffy Lube, for having us here tonight. Shout out Jiffy Lube. That has been another edition of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. Fellas, I love you and I appreciate you as well. We'll see you next time. Like, comment.
Oh, you know who is a sponsor?
Breezy Golf. BreezyGolf.com. We'll see you over there.
We'll see you in Chicago.
We will.
See you soon, Bone.